I built an AI that created this viral ASMR video while I sleep. It also posts them to my social media without me ever touching my computer. I'll show you how to actually build it from scratch. Even if you've never written a line of code, you can build this for your own business or sell it to clients yourself. And with that said, let's dive into this amazingly satisfying end-to-end flow build. What's up everyone, Ben here with God of Prompt. Very exciting build today. Real quick, here are the costs to run this. End-to-end Cloud is a $24 a month. Lotato, which is optional, it's what we're using to schedule on social media, that's $29. Fal AI, which is what we're using to generate our VO3 videos, is about 40 cents per 8-second video. If you let our flow run unattended, it'll be about 45 bucks a month for all of the videos. Our AI calls to actually generate the prompts are pennies on the dollar. Same thing with Fal AI, which is what we're using to combine our videos into one final video. Very, very cheap. So in total, it's going to be about 70 bucks a month for the videos only, and 100 bucks a month if you're also posting and scheduling to social media using Lotato. But enough yapping, you guys get so distracted. Let's hop into end-to-end Cloud, create an account if you haven't already, and create a new workflow. Blank canvas, the world is our oyster. How should we start this flow? Well, let's choose a schedule flow and make this run once every day at midnight. So add the first step, hit schedule, trigger. By default, it already does that. So we're good to go. Now let's plan out exactly what we want this thing to do and build out each section one at a time. First, we're going to generate the prompt using artificial intelligence. Then we'll generate the clips with VO3. Then we'll combine the final video into one file. And then we will post the video, which is optional. To generate the prompt, we're going to call AI, and we're going to use what's called an AI agent. Now I want you to copy the configuration of my node. So I'm going to try to go through these quick. Feel free to pause the video and just type in the values into your own end-to-end interface. Or if it's something longer like this prompt, I will pull it up and I will share the whole prompt so you can take a screen capture of it, paste it into ChatGPT, and tell it to transcribe the text so you can use it yourself. So here is our first AI agent node and what that configuration looks like. And I'll quickly share the prompt again. There we go. No point in executing this because we have all of these nodes below that we need to connect to other things before it can work. It's not hooked up to anything. It doesn't even have an AI brain yet. Let's add a chat model first. And we're going to select the Open Router chat model. If you've never hooked up Open Router into end-to-end before, you'll have like a red message here. Hit the drop down and hit create a new credential. So this is looking for an API key. All an API key is your password so that end-to-end can use your Open Router account. The reason end-to-end needs to use your Open Router account is because generating AI text and content isn't free, so we're going to pay for Open Router as a service, and it will provide the AI models for us for a cost. So to get your Open Router API key, go to openrouter.ai, make an account, add some credits, so it only needs to be like $1 to $5 to test this thing out. You can see I've racked up a penny of charges so far. So go to your settings and create an API key. You can also go to this URL, create a new API key, name it something, and hit create. The reason I name it something like delete later is because you actually want to hide your API key, treat it like your password, but I'll delete this later, and I'm just sharing this with you guys to show you how to set it up. So go back to end-to-end and paste the API key in, hit save, and once you've got that green connection successful message, you can come back out. I've also created a little AI agent stuff section so that I can put all my processing nodes here. Now we're going to add a tool. We're going to type in the think tool, and we're good to go on that step. Then we need an output parser. Hit structured output parser. Make sure it's generate from JSON example, and paste this code. I'm going to share it to you now. You can screen grab it and copy it. I'm also organizing that one. As we're going through this, you'll want to double check the names of your nodes. Just simply double click into these and make sure they match what I'm naming mine. So I'm going to name this one parser1, parser space 1. And that's important because we reference some of these steps later by the name of the node. So just make sure they match. All right, now that we have our first AI agent configured, let's hit execute. Let's connect it and then hit execute. Wait for this to complete. And then if we see all green here, should be good. Beautiful. Now if we click into our agent node, let's check the output. Indeed, we have one item and it has 3 different elements of what our 3 different prompts are going to be. And when things are going right in n8n, I like to click the node and hit P to pin that data. Calling AI every time costs money. When we're testing it, let's just keep using the same data. So now we have one item here, right? Let's go ahead and split that into 3 by adding a code node. So we'll do JavaScript, run once for all items, put this code in, which I will make big for you guys. There you go. Go ahead and put that in, run that step, and we should get now 3 items, right? So instead of one item, we have 3. Now that we have the 3 items with our elements split up, let's create the actual full prompt for VO3 now. We're going to do that with another AI agent node. Go ahead and copy the configuration I have here, and the system message is going to be this. So go ahead and screenshot that, paste it into ChatGPT, and tell it to transcribe. All right, once that is in your system message, you may have to add that as an option down here. Now, once that's done, the chat model is actually already done. We can use the same chat model we used before, as well as the think tool. We can connect to the same node that we connected to our first AI agent, but we do need a slightly different output parser. So let's do that. Generate from JSON example, paste this in, or type it in, put it nice and neatly into the box, of course. I mean, what is n8n if you're not having fun organizing how it looks, right? Like, anyway, back on track. God damn it, you guys get so distracted. Let's run this AI agent. We got all greens here. That means we're good to pin the data and continue. Now that we've generated our AI prompts, let's feed those prompts into VO3. So we're going to move on to our next section here, and we're going to make some room. So let's add a new node, and that's going to be the HTTP request, which is very fun. Don't get too excited. By the way, if you absolutely love HTTP requests with all of your heart, cross your heart, hope to die, then please subscribe to this video so you don't miss any of our other insanely powerful AI n8n builds. And while you're down there, go ahead and check out our free digital products in the description. All right, back on track because you guys keep getting so distracted. Go ahead and copy this configuration for your HTTP request. Make sure you name it the same thing as well. And we'll come back to this header auth in a second. Just make sure you're also passing this JSON body, which will be just this little snippet here. Now for header auth, this is going to be our credentials or API key for the service we're going to use to generate our AI videos. So it's just an API key plus an extra step. So yours will be red, hit create new credential. Instead of API key, we have name and value, which you can think of as like API username and password. The 3 tools that we're logging into on n8n using this method have 3 different formats basically of this name and value pair. So for the first one, key AI, we're using the header name as authorization. So we can go ahead and type in authorization. And in the value, it says bearer space your API key. So all that means is we're going to come back here, type in bearer space. So I'm literally typing in there bearer space that you can't see because it's treating it like a password. And then we got to get our API key to paste here. So how we do that is we come to key.ai, make an account, add your billing info, add credits. This is the most costly API calls. So before with the AI generated text with OpenRouter, I only spent, like a penny. For the AI videos, so far today I spent $2. So it's about $1.50 for generating these 3 videos, so keep that in mind. Anyways, go ahead and go to key.ai. I forget if I said Kai or key earlier in this video, who cares? Slash API-key, hit create an API key, hit create, copy that bad boy, paste it, hit save. I always like to name mine. I'm just naming mine to remind me to delete it later, so the, beautiful people of YouTube don't rack up my VO3 generations cost. But that should be it. If you copied everything else, you can go ahead and execute the step. Make sure you chose that credential you just created. And now we have 3 items, each with the code of success and with the task ID as well, which we're going to use to reference the video later in the flow. So yeah, make sure your node is named the same. So we've essentially sent a request to key to generate 3 videos, and now we need to wait for them to be completed. So simply add a wait node, and this we're gonna say 600 seconds. So you can see the unit is in seconds here. So I'm gonna pin the first node and deactivate the second one because I don't want to be stuck waiting here when I'm testing it. But when it's running in the background, every day, it will wait and make sure there's enough time to fully create the video before we retrieve it. And to retrieve it, we're gonna add another HTTP request. So after we waited long enough, we add this HTTP node, rename it getVO3, copy everything I have in here. Make sure you choose the same header auth you just created, which mine will be this one with a delete. Continuing on down here, make sure your node looks exactly the same. When we execute that, we get a success and 3 items returned as well. And yeah, that did not take 600 seconds, but this is just to be safe in the background, so there's no errors. Can you believe it? That was it to generate the clips with VO3. Who knew it would be that easy? Now we're gonna combine into the final video. So let's add a code node here. We're gonna use to combine the 3 items that we got from that last step into one. So double click this guy. I'm naming it this, and go ahead and use this code. Now we should get 1 item. Beautiful. And I'm gonna pin these guys as well because the flow is going well. Now we're gonna add another HTTP request where we're gonna call Fal AI to combine the videos. So I've named mine sequence video. It's a post request. There's the URL. This just specifies which one of the Fal AI APIs we're calling. You could do a bunch of different API endpoints in Fal. Anyways, come down here to header auth, and you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna create a new credential, name, and value. If I look at our reference sheet here for Fal AI, the header name is also authorization. So we can put that in the name. And in the value, it's key space your API key. So key space, that's hidden, and we need our API key from Fal AI. It's another website where you got to upload credits, add your billing info, make an account, add credits, then come to the API keys here, or go to the URL, add a key, name it something like N8N key, copy it, paste it after your value, and hit save. These guys you also want to name to remember what they are. Save. Now let's execute. We see that it was a success. Our video is now in the queue. So again, to prevent any issues while this is running in production, we're going to add a wait node again, just for 300 seconds this time instead. Then we execute and wait. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that. Just kidding. We're going to create another HTTP request. This is going to be where we get the final video. That's what I'm going to name this, and here is what the node is going to look like. And we have another beloved header auth that we need to add. Create a new credential, name and value. We already created the header auth for this, so make sure you select the same one. Bam. Now we've got the final video URL. You can copy the selection, you can click that, copy the selection, paste the URL into your browser, and you get the video just like that. It looks like we have some kind of frosted pumpkin thing. There is sound here, I just have it sort of turned off. Looks like a crystal heart being cut up. But yeah, this is so satisfying, oh my gosh. I have no idea what that is, a dumbbell? But yeah, oh, it's a chess piece, cool. So there you go, that's the finished video. Last step here is optional, and that is to post the video using Blotato. So to do that, you guessed it, another HTTP request, and this one is gonna look like so. Yeah, this is the important part here, the JSON body. Now, we have one last header auth to add, another name and value. For Blotato, the header name is now Blotato API key. The value is now just the API key, no key or bearer before it. So to get our Blotato API key, first you need to spend $29 a month to buy the starter plan. You cannot access the API on the free trial. So purchase that. Go to myblotato.com/settings/API, click API access. After you've connected your accounts and set this tool up, whatever you gotta do, then you copy your API key and paste it in the value section and hit save. So I've deactivated this because I'm really conscious of posting stuff to my social media, right? But we're gonna now post to 3 platforms: TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So we need an HTTP request for all 3 of them. So we're naming them different, the URL is different, but the header auth is going to be the same that we just created. So be sure to select that Blotato credential you just created. The other important part here is going to be the JSON body that you're sending. So that looks like this for you guys to steal. Throw that in here. Next is Instagram. So it's another HTTP request with the post's URL endpoint. Make sure you select your correct header auth. This one is just like the default one, so select yours in here. And the JSON body is going to be different for Instagram. So it's actually going to look like this. Make sure you paste that into your body of your JSON. And last but not least, let's add our YouTube HTTP request, like so. And you guys know the drill. 3rd time is a charm. Copy this bad boy. Choose the right header auth that you created in your load video step. Then your JSON body is going to be this for your YouTube step. And you have successfully built our viral reel generator flow from scratch. Can you believe it? So let's quickly just talk about what we've done. First, we generated the prompt using our artificial intelligence agents, and we have 2 working together here, one to generate the ideas, the elements themselves, and one to generate the prompt that goes into VO3. Then we have the VO3 steps. We're actually creating the video, waiting, and getting it. Then we're combining everything using Fal, and then we're posting it. So I'm going to disconnect the post node here, and what you want to do when you're building this yourself is unpin everything. Select everything, hit P, and you want to run your flow from beginning to end. End-to-end testing is very important with end-to-end flows. Be sure to reactivate your wait nodes as well. Now let's execute this whole thing from scratch and see what we get. We start by generating the prompt again. Now we've sent it off to VO, and we're gonna wait. Now, here is a first-hand example of why end-to-end testing is so important. So my flow actually failed on this step, and I had to edit my code. So go ahead and look at this new code here and paste it in. It just has an additional point of error handling. Open up your get final video node and grab that URL. And there you have it. You will have created your own viral AI generated video. Anyways, that's it for today's video. So please like if I was able to help you out today, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.